Hey, how you guys doing? I'm Johnny Shaboo, giving my picks for college basketball for the day. Today is Sunday, and we got about 14 games on the schedule. We got an early tip-off with Rhode Island and George Washington. And to be honest, Rhode Island's favored by 9 points, and I see them blowing them out. George Washington hasn't seen the court in about a month. Rhode Island's coming off a win, but 4 losses prior to that, which was against hefty competition, and they kept it relatively close. So I feel like George Washington's going to come out a little flat-footed. I'd like to see Rhode Island win by double digits today. Michigan's in Ohio State, and Michigan's Michigan, man. The only problem is they haven't forced too many turnovers in the last couple games. Especially last game against Rutgers, they only had 2 steals, and Rutgers only had 2 turnovers. That just doesn't show much defensive effort. Or showing any type of pressure on that ball. I feel like Ohio State might take this game if that's going to be the same case. If they're going to be playing a little laid back, Ohio State's going to pound it, and they have the size and the height to keep it in. I think this game's going to be to the wire. I think it's going to be by a game-winning shot at the end. I just see the home team taking that shot in this position today. I hate to bet against Michigan, but I feel like Ohio State's going to take this game at home. Cincinnati's in Houston, and Cincinnati's a 14-point underdog, and that is such a huge number, and it doesn't make sense to me. I like Cincinnati to come within 14 points, especially seeing how these guys are a defensive teams to start off with. If they're going to just be playing half-court defense or, putting that pressure on, I just feel like points are going to be hard to come by. So 14 points feels like a stretch in my eyes. So I'm taking Cincinnati to come within those points. South Florida's in Temple. Now, South Florida's came off that COVID shutdown, had 3 straight losses since then. And you know what? Temple's not doing any better. They're 5 in a row losses. And I just don't see why Temple should be favored today. I like South Florida to come within 1.5 points, win the game. In fact, I feel like they've been showing great signs of, spurts of good basketball. And I feel like they're going to shoot a lot of threes today and compete with a Temple team that just doesn't seem like themselves, right? I like South Florida to win the game, finally get their first win after the COVID shutdown. So I'll be all over that one. Maryland's in Rutgers. Rutgers is favored by 4.5 points. And you know what? The way Rutgers has been playing this year, it's not a hard choice. I like Rutgers to win the game by 4.5 points. For them not turning the ball over against a Michigan team, I feel like they're not going to see that same animal in Maryland. And for them to be able to control the ball as they do, and, as long as they out-rebound them and control that ball, it's going to be Rutgers' side. I'd like to see them win the game by 5 points. The only issue I'm finding with them is their free throw shooting. It's terrible. It's very bad. And that can cost them at the end of the game, covering certain spreads, right? So I'm not jumping all over it, but I would like Rutgers to win the game. Davidson's in St. Bonaventure, and Davidson is in the same type of boat, coming off a shutdown. And St. Bonaventure is not a team to mess around with. Not at all. If you don't got your shit together, they're going to slap you around. St. Bonaventure is favored by 4 at home, and I feel like they're going to win by double digits today. This is a veteran team that has a lot of chemistry together. It's played with each other for years. A lot of seniors on that team and starting lineup. And they're a defensive team. They put a lot of pressure on you. I like St. Bonaventure to win the game by 4 points. Evansville's in Drake. What do you say about Drake, man? Drake is a good team. They only have 2 losses in the season. And Evansville is like, the bottom shelf of their conference. I like Drake to embarrass these guys today. They were killing spreads all throughout the season. I'm sure they're going to continue that trend today. I like Drake to win by 13 points. UNLV's in San Jose State. Now, what do you say about San Jose State other than just fade them and stay away from them? Take UNLV to win by 14 points. They won last time out by 16. And, it wasn't even close the whole time. From what I remember, they had 10 less field goals than San Jose State, less attempts, less everything. Less threes made, but came out with that win convincingly. You know what? They're doing all the right things, especially against San Jose State. So I'd like to see that continue. I'll take UNLV by 14. Penn State's in Iowa. Iowa's unbelievable offensive team. Penn State's coming off a loss, 10 points to Ohio State. Iowa's coming off a blowout win. The way I look at it is it's all about Luka Garza. As long as my guy just keeps scoring and putting fear in these guys and, keep flexing after you make that basket, I think that intimidation factor, being at home, I don't think anyone wants a piece of that guy. Not me, at least. I'm taking Iowa to win by 12 points today at home. Valpo's in Southern Illinois. Valpo's, I don't like to see them underdogs here. I thought they would have been the favorite at least. I like Valpo to win the game. They've been playing decent. They had a crazy win. I think it was against Drake. I'm taking Valpo to win. Definitely like them to win this game. Last time they faced off each other, Southern Illinois only had about 38 points in the whole game. It's not going to cut it this time. Yes, that was last year, but I feel like it's going to come out to be the same type of defensive game, and I would like Valpo to win the game. Wisconsin's in Northwestern. Now, I don't know. Wisconsin's favored by 6.5 points, and I don't know about it right now. I'd like them to win the game. I just feel like 6.5 points is just a little too much. If it was a 5.5, 4.5, I would have been on them. As of right now, I'm staying away, but I would like to see Wisconsin win the game. Western Michigan's in Ball State. It's Western Michigan. I like Ball State to win the game. 7 points seems like it's a little too much, but at home they should be able to cover it. I like Butler to lose in Xavier. Xavier's favored by 8.5 points. Now, the way I look at this game is Xavier just shot 43 pointers. 43 pointers and made 11, and still won the game. 43 pointers. Anyone who's shooting 40, these guys are like Houston Rockets right now. So I'm taking Xavier to win this game by double digits. If they make half, not even half, if they make 35, 50, 40% of those threes, I think this is going to be a blowout, especially if they just keep shooting the way they have been. They haven't made them, but they're shooting them, and that's going to be a scary sight. I'm sure they came off that COVID shutdown, and they're getting their feet wet again. But I think this game, they're going to make all those shots. I like Xavier to win by 8.5 points and take the home win. Those are my games for the day. My best bets today would probably be Xavier by 8.5 points. I would take UNLV by 13.5. And I like Cincinnati to come within 14 points of Houston. Those are my games of the day. Good luck to everybody. Come tune in tomorrow. I got more picks for you. Bye.